Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 25th of March. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And congrats to our own foreign star, Wells 4030, for picking the right one out of the hat last night with the Dinwiddie news. This was very sharp. McConnell off the bench. I did not see that coming. Yeah, I played a lineup here and it was winning at the end of the third, and I only entered it in two 10-cent little satellites. So particularly glad that I did not wind up on the optimal for this one slate that I was like, I'm going to bed anyway, who cares? But then almost hit the optimal. So for today's slate, I'm making this a little early because I'm on Central Time. Can't really wait. Okay. Don't really want that much Jordan Poole. What in the world? So I've done my usual thing here. I change things around. I set games where I think they need to be, and then I run the sims, game sims, and see where we have things. But no, this is just too much Jordan Poole. What in the world is this? Tyus is still out, I guess. Let's check. Yeah, okay. Point Jordan Poole. Okay, fine. He's giving. Let's look at the court IQ just because it seemed like that was actually different with the Wizards when Tyus was out, and I don't think we have too much of a sample. So let's just check it out. Tyus off the court, full games only. Jordan Poole, 39.45 and 36. It's Deni. Deni's the guy who needs the bump. Deni needs a huge bump. Jordan Poole, fine, whatever. Deni gets a big bump. So 32 minutes. What? I know Deni smashed in the last game. He did that in 32 minutes? 36 minutes. 36 minutes, 36 minutes, 35 minutes. 32 is stupid. What are we doing here? I mean, he's gonna get 4 more minutes and he's just I gotta have him up at like 44 or something today. He's a nuts play to me. I mean, I know it's against Chicago or whatever, but still. I mean, maybe I put it to like a shooter's chance because he kind of has to shot. Is that even right? No. 5 assists, 1 steal, 13 rebounds. I mean, he hits shots, that's good too, but like he's getting you some peripheral stats as well. So Deni is pretty good. I think I might make him like a solid play on this slate. Oh, it's Kuz. We still have Kuz out. Wow. Okay. So this was just Tyus out. So if we add Kuz out, then we're gonna have something that we really want to sink our teeth into. It might be the first, I don't know, is this the first game where they're both out? No, we have 2 game sample size. And in it, Jordan Poole gets a little smashy. But in none of those games has Avdia been available. So we kind of need to look at the partials for Avdia. And 44 for Jordan's fine as well, based on that. So, okay, I'll match the field on Jordan Poole. It's just that you all know where this is going. If he misses a few shots, he's going to get discouraged. He's not going to be the same player you want him to be. But he definitely has that upside. It's fine to match the field. But oh right, well, we have Kispert in here. Yeah, Kispert for 30. I don't know if we're gonna get to too many other of these guys. They're all garbage. Okay. Richaun Holmes projected for 26 minutes. Hmm. Let's check that out. 28, 29. Okay. 36 against the Hornets. That's the one I was remembering. Let's look at his popcorn machine these last couple of games against like the Raptors and stuff. Uh, continue. I don't. What? Why is this going to WW6 popcorn machine? Okay, fine, whatever. Unmute myself. Great. All right, so we got to figure out what's going on with Richaun Holmes today, but I mean, 26 minutes is I think that's not with I don't know. With Kuz out, what are we doing? Is he in the let's see, full games with Kuz out. Richaun Holmes 2 for 45 minutes. All right. 22, 23 minutes. Huh, Champagny gets 33 minutes. That's nuts. Okay, so Justin Champagny's the move. If he gets 33 minutes, are we giving him that? No, we're giving him 20.5. I think you got to give Champagny some minutes here. And I mean, he's not a great point per minute guy, but I don't know what's going on with that projection. He should be higher projected. Okay, so I don't like him as a player, so I'm going to go 15% or whatever, but we got to have some Justin Champagny. I don't understand it. And same thing with Richaun Holmes. Definitely a chance he smashes and gets extended versus, okay, Washington. Dicier. Dicier to make that versus Chicago. They're going to get blown out. So, all right. Let me show you the other guys I have made changes on for the slate already before I made the video because I did do some stuff. We got news that Wemby was not at shoot around, so he's not going to play. I mean, there's just no way they're going to rush him out for no reason. Like that's the other thing. Instead of pace, now that it's March, we need to be thinking about not pace. We need to be thinking about what is the situation with the standings, right? So like today we have Raptors and Nets. Then neither one of them's really challenging for a solid draft pick. Neither one of them, I mean, you could argue the Nets are like kind of not, no, they're probably mathematically eliminated as well. But I don't see like there's no real, they're not going to overtake the Raptors. They're so bad. So I think the Nets will try to win and play their guys. The Raptors probably as well. I mean, like they're not good enough to really be pulling players at this point. They got nobody left. So that's my read on that game. But the San Antonio game, like they're gonna lose this game, but like you need to take into account what happens when Wembanyama's off the court. Trey Jones boost, Keldon Johnson, huge boost. Sohan, kind of a boost. Collins, huge boost. So, probably you limit these guys. I've estimated their ownerships and stuff because SaberSim's not gonna have a chance to update that before I make the video. But yeah, so besides the San Antonio guys, the other game that really matters is this Brooklyn-Toronto game. I think all these guys are underprojected. I haven't even finished like changing it yet. Gary Trent, that feels underprojected, right? I mean, 31 minutes. Gary Trent Jr. stats. 34 minutes, 32 minutes, 42 minutes, 36 minutes. I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, all these guys in this game, this is a close game. This is supposed to be a close game. It's like a 6 point line. Number one, I'm not sure I'm there with that. I think that this Brooklyn team's way, way better than the current Toronto team. So maybe somebody, do we have any questionable Toronto or any questionable Brooklyn guys? No. So I think the Brooklyn team smash is on. But on the other, and this is also a Schroeder revenge game. So we got to take that into account. How many minutes are we giving Schroeder? So I'm going to give Trent and Schroeder a few more minutes. 33, 34, 42, 39. I think he can get up to that 42 and 39 level. So I think Schroeder in a competitive game, and he's going to be extra motivated. So him, Gary Trent, I'm limiting those guys a little bit more than I'm going to limit like I don't know what I'm going to limit Mikal to. 50%. I think that he's a smash play. He had a terrible game recently. Everybody remembers it, so they're not playing him in a super smash spot. But yeah, everybody, I'm not going to talk you off with anybody in this game. Like this is everybody is underprojected. So take your pick, raise the projections, play those guys. I mean, all the way, yes, all the way down to Lonnie Walker and Trenton Watford and guys who might not play. They're all in play. Yes, even guys who might not play are in play in that game because yeah, it's just a mess on both sides. Okay, so now let's see where we're at for. Well, I won't analyze the Fields ownership because we just saw Wemby's out, so this field ownership is going to be wrong. But I'll tell you where I've got the highest leverage right now. Scoot still. Oh yeah, questionable guys, I guess is the other place to go because this is an early slate starter time. So let's talk about the questionable guys and what to do in each case instead of like the what to do with the highest owned plays. So the highest owned, what do we got here? Just got to, okay. These are all the questionable guys who are projected in. So this is a good list to know because when it changes, like right now, they're projecting Wemby in. So it'd be surprising if he was ruled out. Aiton, we saw what happened with Duop the last couple of games. If you get that value again, that's probably good value again, right? I mean, Duops can't be above 5.5. Why is Reith not in my player pool? What's going on here? What am I missing? Why are there only three people from Portland? Okay. Oh, questionable. Right. I've hashed it to questionable. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but we need to figure out where is the price on Reith 5K. Yeah. So Reith smash, super smash play if Aiton is out again. Other guys who could be out that would have implied super smash plays. Jordan Poole, that whole team. Like, what we get, I don't know. Who even is that point guard? It's going to be a nut situation, and you would have to play that point guard, whoever it is. I don't think Jamal Murray's really questionable. Markkanen, old injury, probably not questionable. Desmond Bane, ugh, that whole team, ugh. Duran, Duran news, huge, huge. If Wiseman starts, you play Wiseman. There's no question about it. Don't ask any other questions, and you jam Wiseman. 65, like what's his? All right, double check. What's our Wiseman ownership, or what's Wiseman's price, just to make sure we're still jamming him. 57. So that's not quite due up Reith level, right? The Reith news, I would prefer Reith to Wiseman if both of those new if we get both of those news items. But what's the timing on that? Uh Detroit is early. Oh, 6:30. Is that when the slate starts today? Or is there an earlier one? Oh, okay, it's 6:30 and 7. So there might be some we might not have that news all at the same time, but hopefully. If we did, that's the way I would go. And I would probably leave a little bit of room for Reith if it was still unresolved at the time of the lock of the Detroit game, even if with a confirmed Wiseman starter. Okay, so Mobley. This is other huge news. We've got questionable Mobley. If he comes back, I don't know, it doesn't do much for me. Maybe takes a little bit away from rebounds expectation for Jarrett Allen. Clarkson questionable. All those Utah guys are just meh. Yeah, all these other questionable guys don't matter. Okay, so now let's talk about where I'm at for the slate right now in terms of core, in terms of leverage and stuff. So right now, a lot of Scoot, a lot of Jarrett Allen, a lot of Camp, a lot of Brooklyn, right? That's not an accident. And then DeRozan, okay, I don't need that much DeRozan. I really don't need that much Scoot. I mean, he's fine. I guess we're assuming he starts still. Yeah, he can be core if he starts. But if he doesn't start, don't play Scoot. But he's been good enough. Chris Murray's also been fine. I'm not gonna go fully that high on Chris Murray, but I'm not gonna stop you if you are. He's been showing me that he's got his brother in him a little bit. Keegan's not necessarily the better brother. I also made this mistake with Amen and Alsar. People progress at different rates. Don't just judge a guy based on his immediate performance. Okay. Yep, Deni, Keldon, Trey. These are just all the guys we just talked about. Let's talk about our highest leverage plays. Anybody who wasn't on that list? No. Andre Drummond? No thanks. On click. I mean, yeah. We're assuming he gets extended in blowout time or something. Does that ever happen? Drummond stats. I don't think that ever happens. He could score a bunch of points in no amount of time, but I don't project him for any minutes today, right? Like, I mean, what are they projecting for? 14, 15? 14 minutes. Yeah. All right. In 14 minutes, you could still get a smattering, but I don't really want to be that high leverage on Andre Drummond. Like 6, 5% would still be 10x the field, That's a huge stand. But I'm not going to X him out. I see where they're going with that. Okay, let's see. Dylan Brooks. Yeah. Okay, a bunch of shooters down here at the shooter level. Yep. No notes at this point. Might have some more notes later. Check it out in the Discord. But for now, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.